good time zone artifacts, and a happy birthday to all of those around the world. I don't have anything to talk about, so let's just get into it. Very eager to see what's gonna happen. Quabam.
Have you been doing well lately, Doctor?
What more notifications could they possibly have for us? A questionnaire! Oh boy. Do it on stream. It's gonna take hours. Maybe at the end. No update on anything. No point of orders. So last time on episode 14, the mercenaries back on Lifebone are able to push back the Manfred's soldiers as W returns with her mercenaries. Azkalan returns as well, although still injured. She is, begins to fight Manfred. Hoduer still unconscious from his wounds. And then they receive a transmission. Although staticky and disrupted as it is, they know it's I believe it was the doctor, telling them to get Lifebone in flight. They need to regroup, and that they'll know where to go based on a big commotion. So meanwhile, while that was happening, Amia, the Doctor, and Calcid and Logos locate the real blood of the T-Kaz and are confronted once again by Solace. Amia uses her art still to stab Solace, but Solace keeps moving, and what she plans on doing is that she is now going to use herself to complete the ritual. To summon Omninam. And so despite being stabbed, despite, I believe, Monster also trying to stop her, she still does it, uses herself to complete the ritual. And that's when the Doctor realizes that the airship that Castle had built wasn't ever supposed to be a weapon. No, instead, it's apparently a battering ram that's going to smash into Omninom and do something. So they're like, we gotta stop this airship. So they set up some explosions that's the commotion that W, who's now piloting Lifebone, will see to get Lifebone to them so that they can try and stop the airship. And Logos teleports them onto Lifebone when it arrives, and they sail towards the airship. While that was happening, though, on like the other side or nearby the Blood of Tikaz area, I guess, Shining confronts her brother/father. Very weird genetic stuff going on in her family. Qui Sar Tristage. She fights him, but she's just one person and trying to fight a like immortal pseudo former king of Sarkaz and all his soldiers is a lot for one person. But she's not alone. Oh no, because none other than the Radiant Knight. Neural, the Radiant Knight, drops in, ready to help her friends and rescue Nightingale. Her light arts, a good counter to the Confessarius magic. Liz is awakened as Shining returns her true memories to Liz. But and once Liz is awoken, she's not a complete damsel in distress. She actually uses her own magic to cage Cuissarge Dressage. Thus effectively defeating him. However, not all happy ending. Liz Nightingale, she something is wrong with her soul, and she collapses. Back on the Lifebone, they realize that their plan is that to stop the airship, they're going to ram into the airship, attach Lifebone using its sinew, and then just fly away with the airship itself. But that doesn't go exactly as planned, as the airship, being a revenant, resists that whole situation. And so they're like, well, I guess plan B, we're just gonna board the airship and blow up the revenant core instead. So Calcit, W, Amia, and the Doctor board the airship. But the airship is the Revenant's body effectively, and it has little shadowy creatures to act as white blood cells to fight off the bacteria that is our protagonists. It also has full control of the airship's layout and like dimensional space, and separates the group up. Amiya gets separated, Kalsi gets separated, but Monster, the Doctor, and W stick together. Calcit is put into some room. She believes Teresa like put her there specifically to like keep her separate and safe, I guess. W, Monster, and Doctor work their way towards the core, but along the way are confronted by more of the Dark Assassins. There's more of them. What's going on? No one really understands what's happening. How this could be. W's getting flashbacks and being shown visions by the Revenant of her past. She seems to... There's a moment in which the Doctor is standing in the corridor of the airship, opening a door, and that like triggers not a real memory because she wasn't there, but it's some sort of premonition. And she realizes or is confirmed in her belief that the Doctor was the one is connected to the assassins killing Teresa. But she, hasn't done anything yet. There was at one point where we almost fell off the airship. She grabbed us, and then for a moment thought about dropping us, but she didn't. And I believe that's where we had left off, is that we made it to the core. We tried to blow it up, but it didn't work. Oh snap, I did not expect the background to change. Okay. Is that Omninom? Oh, also, I just remembered, very brief side tangent. Back in Londinium with Catherine and her workers, they get weapons sent to them by Allerdale under her pseudonym, her new identity. And also Reunion shows up and is like, hey, we're here to help. We can free the city together. And Catherine's like, okay. Sure, why not? The battle for the core. Death intertwines with conflict, and rage joins with sorrow. You've held on for so long. Panting heavily. But not any longer. Panting heavily. Shadow swallows the figure up. Apparitions from the past pull him back into the fold. More of them emerge from the darkness. Still not giving up. We have nothing left to give up. You could have attacked me together, but you didn't. I don't sense any anger, but you're all submerged in sorrow. You're different from that revenant. We're not here to kill you. We're here only to witness her success. Sorry, but I can't stop here. Black waves ripple from Amiya, suppressing the shadows. She advances slowly, ignoring the blades streaking past her. King of Zarkaz, you are her successor. The apparitions keep approaching Amiya, but they're incessantly pushed away by her, falling back into the shadows. Amiya continues forward. Dr. Calcit, Teresa. She touches the shadow. She sees a completely crystallized door at the corridor's end and a blade rushing toward her. Shards of black coagulate in her palm, and she immediately catches the incoming blade, catching inexhaustible sorrow. She sees the sorrow from the past. Her Highness, she's dead. But how? We lost. Her Highness died because we failed our duty. You're still alive. I can feel him gripping tightly on my collar. Highness is dead. Our mission is complete. It is done. Finish me off. Don't you want to exact revenge for Her Highness? There's still that grenade in my chest pocket. That crazy girl threw it to me, telling me to protect Her Highness. I just have to. I don't know how long I spend hesitating, but it is only when his hand drops down and breathes his last breath that I realize that crazy girl is right. Trash. Coward. I've already forgotten how long I spent wandering in the wastes after leaving Babel. Drifters until we met some Royal Court recruiters. They say Her Highness has returned and stands together with Teresis. We knew then where we should go. Are we actually going to learn? So is that guy about to become another assassin? But why make more of them? You come in anger and ask me why I spread falsehoods among our people. Come up here before me and show me your wrath. The steps to Teresa's number many, and the sovereigns of the royal court stare at me in indifference. But I do not stop. I am a coward no more. I will unleash my anger before Teresis and then die by his blade. I stand before him, but he does not greet me with his sword. Teresis only nods. Very good. Keep your anger, but vent it somewhere else. Because what you've heard is no lie. You found me, child. I understood many things then. Her Highness died, but there she was, holding my hand. The truth hurt me more than the lies did. The sorrow that spread from the depths of my heart destroyed my anger so easily. Your Highness. The Highness we once swore to protect. I saw her. Through your eyes, your life. Are they dead? My only companions? No matter. They only left before I did. At least they stayed true to their task. They died to protect Her Highness. As will I, Amiya. All of you, have my respect. Our past is no more. We chose to collude with disgrace. We willingly abandoned everything. Only by doing so can we stand before Her Highness with a clear conscience. And that is why we erased our names and put on the clothes we once utterly detested. I have my own people to protect, too. I can't stop here. So they went from assassins to bodyguards. That's messed up, honestly. Why did Teresa agree to all of this? Hey Teresa, remember the guys who killed you? Well, they're gonna protect you now. Yeah, you can try to stop Her Highness, only by defeating us. Even if I am the only one left. Your heart is going soft. If you can't even face me and defeat me, what makes you think you can face Her Highness, King of Sarkaz? You will eventually have to face your own fate. My mind is already made up the moment I stepped onto this airship. Your sorrow, the Sarkaz's sorrow, should end. The apparition from the past finally falls back into the shadows. Ugh. Be at peace. Huh, that's a grenade. That guy kept that grenade all these years? That's crazy. You said the Sarkaz will have a new future. We rotten souls are meant to be incinerated, so why not burn for the ideal you described to us? We failed Babel once, and it will not happen twice. We shall protect you. Death will witness our promise. This coward will not break their promise, Your Highness Teresa. Who's the fool who the hell's fooling around with my grenades? Stay focused. The remnant shadow is trying to pull you into the darkness. Careful. It seems like we can't harm it in any tangible way. Stay focused. Yeah, that chatty bastard pisses me off even more than those clingy sons of bitches. Keep yapping, old coots, and I'll blow your nest into bits. Eleazar, if you can't, it can't affect your mind. So you better not tell me you're out of ideas. I don't know much about revenants, but we do have an expert on our side to ask for help. Yeah. Wait, where did Monster go? Keep to our original plan and continue bombing the core cabin. I gave it something else to do. Because Monster knows all of Calcit's knowledge, so it knows about revenants? Is that... What? I think I figured it out. If that's the case, then let's make some noise in here. Though I won't have time to protect you, Hood. So you better start praying. W aims her launcher up high, and the place feels incredibly dangerous with each pull of the trigger. Every inch of the dome, every pillar, everywhere, explosives instantly lash onto everything you see. Futile. The Revenant roars in anger. These people are not full or worth his full wrath. He ought to be reserved for the origin of suffering. For it will remember his anger and inherit his rage at the very moment he sets himself free in death. Get out! Waves of shadows surge from every nook and cranny of the cabin. An unending stream of shadows flow from the core and wrap around every explosive. The darkness sweeps through explosions toward you. Bubbles froth in the shadowy tide as blasts go off, one after another like pustules on a monster rushing in your direction. The shadow creeps right before your eyes. You look at W. She eventually throws out her final flash grenade towards the darkness. Then the shadows shroud you. I'll probably have to lie down for a few days after this. A feeble light leaks through a crack in the darkness. I'm leaving the rest to you. Shattered oranginium fragments splash out from behind you. A black thread immediately follows, weaving through the waves to find you. It wraps around your hand, your body, and pulls you free from the shadows completely. Thank you for sending a signal. Oh, was that? I was like, the animation they used reminded me of Misery, so I was like, is Misery here now? But no.
I finally found you, Doctor. You're slower than I thought, Bunny. Thank you for protecting the Doctor, W. Please leave the rest to me. We meet again, Revenant.
Get out of here! Get out of my body!
Amiya captures the Revenant's emotions from within the dark tides. She sees a projection brimming with fury. The Revenant condenses his emotions into a phantom lance towering above everything. But why is there an emotion hidden even deeper underneath his rage? A feeling all too familiar, one that resonates with the vanished apparitions.
Outblood King, you who dare to shred false tears, what makes you grieve for Sarkaz's sorrows?
The lance seems almost physical in the Revenant's hand. Oh snap, I'm just now realizing like what this art is. Yeah, that's like the Revenant's, like he made a body with, he's got a giant mouth. He's got his hand with, like, I guess the lance is the light thing over there, and then his other hand's down on the far right. Very cool. A shadow monster.
Our mission from millennia ago shall inevitably end in my very hands. No one will stand between us and what we must witness, the end of fate.
My tears fall for those gone souls of Babel, and for you as well, Revenant.
Black arts coalesces before her.
You asked me why I wish to stop this war. I have your answer now. I've seen the path that lies ahead of us. This war shouldn't be part of Sarkaz's future.
Hypocrite!
The Revenant gathers all his hate, rage, and pain into his palm. The lance has taken physical form. He throws his entire life towards Amiya. It penetrates through a black barrier and pierces through her body. In an instant, a sea of complex and unbound emotions washes over Amiya. Thought she was gonna block that. She sees it blaze in the depths of a flaming forge. She sees a huge, headless, hollow suit of armor as it trudges against a catastrophe, leaving an endless trail in the land as it hauls ancient sacrificial stones behind its back. She sees elder arts streaking across the horizon, smashing walls of stone into powder. She sees the Sarkaz. He stands with his back to a monolith, the foundation stone of his homeland, a fragment of Kazdal. The Sarkaz shouts toward his king. Kazdal stands behind me. They will not take it. If that greedy hegemon wants this piece of land, they can come and try. But O king, as you say, there is nothing they can take away but ruin. My tears have dried, and only rage remains pulsing in my chest. I will stay. I will guard this land till death. This is my mission. Amiya sees the Sarkaz pointing toward the aloof elders. She sees the hegemon surrounded by elders, charging towards the group from Kazdal. Shouts, cries, powerless gasps. My tears have already dried, and it should be only rage that remains pulsing in my chest. But why do I still feel pain over my people's demise? O king, I will not retreat even half a step from the front line. Amia has seen it before, that cruel segment of history. She has seen the first king of Sarkaz ignite an unprecedented catastrophe, and every hegemon and their troops besieging the city disappeared that very day, along with that king and his loyal subjects. But why did the pitch-black catastrophe that engulfed the sky disintegrate my body while refusing to let me die? That flash of light branded my figure into Kazil's soil and rock for eternity. Death betrayed me, and I became an eternal shadow of my homeland. So I wonder, are revenants then specifically the followers of the first king of Sarkaz whose bodies were destroyed but their souls were kept intact from that catastrophe?
Your mission has already ended. That city has become a phantom from the past.
Ended? No. Before death returns to me, before the Sarkaz's fate is rewritten, my duty remains.
Amia's tears are wiped away by the storm. She sees a Sarkaz who has been lingering for 9,000 years waiting to complete a mission.
I see it now, Revenant. Your true form. It's true I'm not a Sarkaz, but I feel their suffering all the same firsthand. The crown I bear, and the future I'm unwilling to give up. I never excluded the Sarkaz for even a moment. I will end all suffering. This is my answer to you.
Within the infinite darkness, black threads twist around the lance running through Amia and pulls it out of her. Amia aims the lance and hurls it back with all her strength in the core's direction. Sick. It rips the darkness apart, and the black tides recede from Amia. Amia, you smashed the shackles.
I'm afraid about what our little bunny has done is more than that. I can only seal the Revenant with its own emotions for a brief moment. We need to figure out a way to put an end to the Revenant's mission for good.
Don't look at me. I already tried bombing this place. It's useless. We're not entirely helpless. Oh, hey, got it. Seems like Monster made it. Excited cry. Good job, Monster. Pat Monster on the head. It deserves it. Doctor, your timing was impeccable. The Revenant relaxed his hold on me after you drew his complete attention, and Monster managed to locate me, waving claws excitedly. Yeah. Thank you too, W, for buying the doctor some time. Ha! I still have scores to settle. What's going on now? Do you guys feel the airship accelerating? The airship's trying to free itself from the skeleton.
It's the Revenant. He's about to break free.
Teresa's helping him. It seems like she's already on the last stage of her plan. The Revenant is responding to her call. I didn't see her here. Her being here or not should not influence our own plans whatsoever. We need to release the Revenant's control over the airship. Yes, the most effective way to do so is to demolish the airship's core. We can only stop it by ridding its control and engine.
Doctor, please get behind me.
Man, this old coot is such a pain in the ass. We're basically helping him move house, right? Sounds pretty simple to me. Ancient Sarkaz language. Mission. Fate. End. Hasdal's oldest guard awakens from his shackles. The king of Sarkaz had captured him a sliver of his own consciousness from 9,000 years ago. He has never been more clear than he is now, nor has he ever forgotten. He no longer masks his sorrow with anger.
I will end you all, and our fate too.
Question is, how many revenants are there? I mean, this one wants to die to complete his mission, but I mean, Tin Man's just a detective. Tin Man's just a shadow operative for the government. I do wonder how he ended up in that position, actually. Like, this Revenant became an airship. The other ones, I guess, fueled the Soul Furnace, but Tin Man's just like, I don't care about any of that.
Feels fresh. Every feels sad to lose your target, doesn't it?
Picked out your bait yet?
Gotta be so nothing. Come on, let's pick up the pace. Maybe wish I had done it.
Oh, the ones on the right. Yeah, I can't do anything about that. Except for right there, I could maybe do something about a certain character, but I don't.
Any instruction? Come on, let's pick up the pace.
Another one? Come on.
Got a problem that needs solving?
Any instruction? Come on, let's pick
Alright. That's not good.
I speak.
I know what to do. Don't order me around.
war. A word. Be good, be tough. I'll hear your motive
Cut
after
that.
taking
Right in time.
Waiting, morning star. The illumination of wisdom.
Clear skies for Qingyin. Feels sad to lose your target, doesn't it? Moving to designated
Got
location.
the retreat just Texas there. That's okay.
I hear morning star. The illumination of wisdom.
Mission accomplished.
Take a breather and tally up your losses. Nothing worth celebrating here. We might be dead in a second or two.
Oh snap. A boss fight. Roaring inferno, death bellows, death struggles, death falls. Who shall witness the death that belongs to the Sarkaz? Bring Caster Omnia for this. Why? You don't need to use her. So why bring her?
Got it.
Is it one of is it like in episode, was it episode 8 that it had secret levels? They had to do something to unlock the secret level. The airship keeps increasing its power output. The skeleton's nerve bundles are getting torn apart. Orangenium's already weakened the strands pretty badly. Even if the doctor team shuts the airship down, if it separates from the skeleton, they won't have a way to get back here. We'll do what we can. No worry not. I promised them half an hour. I will not break my vow. The Banshee treads atop the spine, one stroke for every step, the curses he composes gathering behind him before finally sinking into the nerves. As he sweeps his writing hand across the crimson sky, the incantations surge through the nerves, causing them to tense and lift. The Banshee uses his bone pen as a fulcrum, commanding the countless nerve bundles via his magics. As they tighten and constrict, the steel wrapped in his grasp screeches unceasingly. The airship howls, causing huge fragments to rain down from the skeleton's bones. Teresa's witchling army is still bombarding us. You're going to be their easiest target if you keep standing there like that. No matter, it's better that way. I just realized they mentioned his writing hand, which made me realize, oh wait, hey, yeah. I think Logos, I guess, is left-handed. Neat. The shrouds of fog will be enough to extinguish the raging flames. If I do not wish it, not even the scorching sun could penetrate the white mists of the valley. It will protect me. The thick fog at Logos' side condenses and gathers, gradually engulfing his silhouette so as to make it indistinct and untargetable. The bombardment penetrates into his cloak of clouds, but there is not a single sound. The tracks it leaves behind are quickly filled by the fog. We can't fight on for too much longer, W.
I've got you, W.
Are you serious? Don't tell me this old bastard's house can still move. Didn't manage to find anything over there.
Do not treat the airship as an unliving piece of metal. The mere existence of the Revenant is enough to make it a weapon out of the ordinary. Within its walls, it will use all its might to disrupt our cognition.
The interior of the cabin is filled with a surging black tide as far as the eye could see, while the Revenant's cage fades out of your view. Net-shaped shadows persistently, unceasingly attempt to creep up your bodies. Hatefully shaking off shadows.
Monster will protect us, Doctor. Do not injure the Doctor, Monster.
As if Monster would injure me. You give Monster a pat. Wonderful. Who is still lifting you atop its shoulders. Don't worry, Calcit. I think we're firm friends by now. Lively cry.
Emotions are flooding the entire room. The shadows are everywhere. I can't pinpoint where the core is, while we're under the influence of the Revenant's arts.
He's clearly changing his strategy. He knows full well that with Amia present, he cannot threaten us in the short term. I fear it's not the Revenant that's changing strategy, rather, he's buying time for someone else.
Teresa. We cannot hesitate any longer. This is our only chance.
She raises her hands. The patterns on her 10 rings begin to flow. Black chains manifest from them, twisting, entwining. The chains fly forth, plunging deep into the surging tide. The black chains bind the inky sea of shadow, gathering it into an ebony sphere. The airship howls as waves of shadow crash unceasingly against the art's barrier. Every time the chains are struck, Amia is forced to resonate with the wild, chaotic frenzy of emotion. Amia!
I can endure it, but I don't know how long I can hold it.
Amia, clear a path forward. Monster, prepare to enter. I'll do it. I don't know what you could even do without your little pet. Hey, Hag, Her Highness can see us, right? Her will is ever present. Open the door, little bunny. I don't think Her Highness remembers me, so I need to shift the schedule up a bit.
Okay, after you enter, I'll help you.
The chains turn, shadows spewing out from the gaps between them. Make way, you old coot. Can't you see I'm trying to get in? Ah, such a warm welcome. You must really have liked the gift I gave you earlier. Well, no need to worry, because there's plenty more. She yanks apart an opening between the chains, her mouth clenching onto a grenade, and after giving some shadows a few good kicks, she steps inside. We need to finish this before Teresa really gets involved. You're right, Doctor. The gaps between the chains are already beginning to close, but while no one was looking, an imperceptible trickle of shadow manages to flow out through the tiniest of cracks, slowly creeping its way towards Amia. Once we've successfully stopped the airship, the one we next need to face is her. King of Sarkaz. Oh, that was the Revenant's voice. I thought that was our thoughts for a second.
King of Sarkaz.
The Revenant's voice suddenly reverberates in Amia's mind. Before she could even react, the shadow at her feet explodes like a raging flame. Amia's ears ring with urgent cries calling for her.
Dr. Calcit.
King of Sarkaz.
The Revenant's bellow shakes the walls of the cabin. A lance breaks free from within the shadows, forming itself into a monstrous symbol before piercing through Amia. Again, she's pinned midair in front of the black sphere.
Chimera, I will use your death to inscribe this brand, the mark of the ones without roots.
The chains chafe against one another, shear apart and slacken. Blood drips upon the ground. What was that? She could still feel Almia's presence accompanying her, somewhere, somehow.
Little bunny, damn it. I better find that old coot fast. Where emotions flow clearest. Where the hell is that? It's too dark in here. Let me light this place up for you, old bastard. Huh? Where are my sarcasm expletive bombs? No way I forget.
The flowing shadows engulf her. She suddenly feels no support under her feet, like she is drowning in the abyss.
Yeah.
It's cold, ice cold. Why is there not a single sign of life here?
This isn't the airship, is it?
She sees a great suit of armor stained with rust, hacking away at a boulder in the wilderness.
A metal man without a head.
Ancient Sarkaz language.
I have followed you along this campaign of yours, but now that even death has left us, what meaning does slaughter have still? If not for slaughter, where would I even go, you say?
I don't understand a damn word they're saying. Wait, is that Rock talking?
She carefully inspects everything she has on her, realizing that she truly doesn't have any pre-prepared bombs at the moment. Revenant, consciousness, emotion. The words suddenly jump into her mind.
A revenant is inside that rock? Was that you talking, little bunny? This was the help you said you were going to give me, right?
There is no answer.
Just hang in there, Amia. I'll be back real quick.
She looks toward the headless suit of armor as it drags a boulder into a catastrophe. And so this is the Revenant. A moment of silence, then she chases after it, rushing into the catastrophe as well. Although it is interesting that it was a headless suit of armor before it was a Revenant. She sees the storm within the catastrophe sweep towards her, Revenant tearing apart Revenant. She cannot sense any emotion from within, just broken consciousness, thrown into disarray by the Oranginium storm. The core is not here. Among the ruins of a battlefield, a crazed Revenant within a blood-drunk sword is restrained by the headless armor forced into an ancient rock. W is disappointed. The core is not here either. So the suit of armor is stuffing Revenants into the stone that it was dragging. Maybe they were Revenants then. Unless it is like a mix of multiple things kind of coalescing into this vision. That's not actually accurate. Within the forest, the headless armor breaks apart an altar that a witch coven had once worshipped, collects a runestone covered in inscriptions and bears it upon its back. A cowardly Revenant had escaped into it, hiding among the carvings. The core is not here either. A desolate waste far from humanity. A plundered settlement. She follows the emotions, searching unceasingly, winding her way through the emotions, fear, joy, greed, hate. The great Revenant within the armor seals away his fellows within massive chunks of rock, dragging them behind him as he wanders the lands. But he spares the Revenant below the volcano, who is concealed within a metal body. She experiences the burst of weak motion that the Revenant felt as he wandered, with nothing to show for it in the end. Okay, so I was about to say, and they just answered my question immediately. Like, if this actually happened, right? So then this revenant was collecting all the other revenants, but they missed the 10-man. Except he spares a revenant below the volcano who is concealed within a metal body. Sounds like the Tin Man. So he found the Tin Man but didn't capture him. I wonder why. She feels even more bewildered. What was this revenant trying to do by collecting his own kind? How many other revenants cut from the same cloth as him exist? Why were they scattered to every corner of this land? All excellent questions. Who were they? The ones that he spared? The ones who continuously reset their own memories? The revenants? And then there is the revenant in the airship, the one that set himself ablaze. Although I'm surprised she's asking questions. Last time she had an opportunity to ask about the history of things, she told Calcid to shut up. The feeble flame within the forge sputters and flickers. Is this the soul furnace in Kasdal? No, no way. I remember the fire inside of it. Bright enough to light up the night sky above the city. Why is it so weak? Wait, this isn't the soul furnace I know. So from the battle event, they at least made it seem like, or maybe we just assumed that the revenants were doing it on purpose. But were the revenants enslaved, effectively, put into these rocks to then be burned in the soul furnace? Ancient sarcasm language. Why have you bound us back here? My friends, since death spurred us, we have not fought together for thousands of years, or nearly 1,000 years, rather. We have witnessed Kasdal rise and fall, over and over, to the point that we have grown wary of this unchanging, endless cycle. You left me, left Kasdal. You have hidden away in the despair, gotten lost in chaos, forgot yourselves in the slaughter. But I never left our homeland. I have walked every inch of every Kasdal. Every Kasdal. I still remember every howl of grief for each and every Kasdal. I must do something, and so I carve away a part of myself to serve as kindling for this forge. But this flame is too weak, barely able to keep the Sarkas alive through the winter. I must do more. I must grow this flame so that it may shelter them from catastrophe. I must grow this flame so that it may admonish any intruder. No, it is not enough. I want this fire to burn away those who would bring a war to our doorstep. I want this fire to rewrite our fate. I tear more of myself away, turning myself into ever more wood for the pyre. But it is still not enough. It is far from enough. Even if I burn my all, it is still not enough. But there is still you. Death rejects us, and the myriad souls will not admit us. For you, I have left our homeland for the first time. This home that has ignobly died 1,000 times. Upon 1,000 times. Why? Why do you resist me? We once swore to protect Kazdal. Why do you yet resist? Do you not wish to burn it all? All our enemies, all our fates, ourselves, we too shall burn away into ash. The Revenant roars in fury. He throws his rust-stained armor into the forge, and then the boulders that had sealed his kin after it. Who's he talking to? The Revenants he trapped in the boulders. The Revenant who was the first to set himself ablaze now binds his fellows, igniting them. The flame of the soul furnace erupts. He feels exhilaration, then anguish, and finally numbness. It needs more. More. Is there nothing left? Am I the only one left yet again? No. You are here too, Sarkaz. But your soul is weak and frail. You are not worthy of the flame. But why was the Tin Man spared? That's so interesting. Ha! I kinda like you now, you old bastard. But you are worthy of witnessing this new Kazdal. For you too are Sarkaz. The Revenant leaps into the raging flame. His final scrap of kindling is himself. W stands by the edge of the forge, the fire nipping at the ends of her hair. He lets out a sigh, pinching the sparks dead. You still haven't told me where to find the damn thing I'm looking for, you old coot. If only I had some explosives on hand. Bam, bang, boom. I'd just blast away right through the fire. Ha. She jumps down into the forge. She is burning within the flames, agony. She screams curses after curse after curse. The Revenants wail. Sorrow, everlasting sorrow. I will burn everything away. My kin, the past, hatred itself. She continues to drop down, falling free until she approaches the embers of the very first kindling, the first Revenant who set himself alight. Within the fires of the forge, she sees the ever-shifting core. Her tears are wiped away by the heat. She smirks, holding the core with the soul, or the core of the soul that could burn everything and anything. I've got you now, you old bastard. The fires cannot be quenched. From one forge to the next. My shattered soul will burn in yet another cage, until I can finally rest in true death's embrace. Get down here! The moment that W touches the forge of the burning soul on board the airship, a burst of fire separates from it, engulfing her in flames. The unrelenting heat surges towards her. The Revenant intends to burn away the Sarkaz who betrayed her clan. The heat of the engine is already enough to sear the flesh of her hands. Let go or die! Shut the fuck up, you stupid ghost. Casting aside all concern, she holds tight to the airship's true engine. Ah. The Revenant withdraws himself in unprecedented speed. He must return to his forge and immolate himself in the sin-bearing flames. W. Black arcs pierce the fires encircling W. The shadows rushing at her halt for a moment, then find themselves unable to penetrate the black barrier.
You dare obstruct me yet again!
The Revenant circles around W's back, becoming her shadow. He opens himself up, as if he were two great jet-black wings enveloping all. Get down here already! Ancient Sark has profanity. The screeching of the engine cuts off. At last, the beating heat of the flying fortress that had roared across the skies above Londinium and threatened the lives of each and every Victorian stops. Yeah. W, wake up, W. Old hag. Excited growl. I doubt it, but I hope maybe maybe Monster was said that. Wake up, W. Who said you could carry me? Let go or I'll stick a bomb onto your claws. Disapproving poke. I can only give you some basic wound treatment, W. We have another issue to solve at the moment. I'm fine. I'm not so easy to kill. Hey, little bunny. We did some pretty good work together just now. Amiya, how'd you get that badly wounded? You stretched an arm out to support Amiya, the girl's petite frame trembling slightly. Well, she was impaled twice. The Revenant suddenly attacked Amiya. It was thanks to you that we defeated him.
Don't worry about me. It isn't that bad.
We should prepare to return to the skeleton now. The airship has gone completely out of control ever since it lost power. We all finished on our end, Logos. I'm glad to hear that you're all safe. Please wait a moment, I'll provide immediate support. I hope that we can make it in time. Wait, how come I don't see him? That old bastard that I ripped apart? She sees the damaged engine on the floor, bereft of flame, bereft of grief. The soul-binding core finally shows its true form. This thing was its core, kind of looks like a cannon. Seems like it'd be pretty handy. She did say she wanted a cannon. I can't believe it actually came true. The miserable thing ruined my weapons back there, so I guess I can call this my compensation. You just got more weapons? Or new weapons? So the old weapons that were her altar are now new weapons for her altar? You saw it too, right? That other, what's the name? Magnificent in all its glory.
W.
I don't give a must-be's ass about his sob story. I'm just thinking about Her Highness. This ship, those ghosts of Babel and the Revenant.
We haven't seen Teresa at all. Where is she?
We've all got a lot of questions. Yeah. Hey, don't look at me like that. I don't really want to hear all that kind of talk from you right now. And what are you staring at me for, old hag? I already told you I won't kill Hood here in front of you for your sake. Don't feel different in any sort of way? Different? The Revenant has been completely cut off from death. but he does not reside within this shattered core. Are you saying that he's hiding in my body? I'm in no mood for your crone lies right now. Let me give it a once. The shadows are flowing within the pipes in the core. Its damaged body is repairing itself with what is clearly metal gleaned from fragments of the airship. Self-repair? No, this is not self-repair. Monster, structural fortification. Furious roar. Pained howl. The shadows flow down from the core's body, showing no signs of exhaustion. In the blink of an eye, all you can see is black.
You have destroyed my hopes of breaking free from the wheel. Everything I've ever done, all for naught.
After suffering in the flames for hundreds of years, I was finally... I don't know why I switched voices there.
After suffering in the flames for hundreds of years, I was finally welcomed to death's embrace. But no, once more you deny me this right. No more will I be bound, no more will I be merciful. You have freed me, and so you may all die in my stead.
You see shadows darker than black. It is the color of the soul. His lance, forged from his lifetime of suffering, is aimed right at you. Wasn't his own folly on fire? Yeah, but they couldn't die. But this, ramming into Aminam, I guess, will kill him.
Let's see. Which insect is falling into my trap?
He almost died. Already. So what do? Next 2 attack causes 2 additional aftershocks and stuns all targets for 1.5 seconds. Has a slightly increased splash area and aftershocks deal 120% attack. Attacks have a 115% attack against the main target and attach an after image to it. After images have a 15% chance to explode when attached or affected by her aftershock. Dealing 150% attack adds physical damage to all nearby enemies and stunning them. After deployment, immediately summons a Remnant Shadow in attack range and gains camouflage when near a Remnant Shadow. Yeah, so I guess I was wrong, and they gave her alter outfit early, but her actual alter powers is that this Revenant is now using her body, apparently. Which I guess is even better of an explanation. Maybe.
Just as incantations must be restrained, so too must the enemy.
This will keep you quiet. Can your eyes keep up? Need speed to succeed.
What are these things? Core amplifier activated once kindling Revenant changes to its second form. Okay. We've got Revenant on Revenant action.
Bad luck. You ran into me. Spring breeze, timely rain. Come on, let's pick up the pace. Bad luck. You ran into me. Moving to designated location.
Ow.
So the mountains
All right.
when summer leaves a white dew.
Didn't expect that to
See
happen.
the plains when equinox paints russet hue.
W's dead. How long did they last? Hello?
Feels fresh. Feels
What is happening?
Target, doesn't it?
W, or not W, Flametail.
I pass on your last words. No.
Why does that one look like it has damage, though?
Picked out your bait yet?
That one does have damage, okay. Why can I attack that one? I can attack the other one.
Don't. You better watch your step. I know what to do. Don't order me around.
Thus, I speak.
This will keep you quiet.
Ow.
I wasn't supposed to. I'll plant you into the
Morning Star, the illumination of wisdom.
I know what nothing can mask the sense of despair.
I said luck. You ran into me. Need speed to succeed.
What am I doing? I don't know. Ah! Right when I put her down, come on.
I know what. I will sink your corpse into shadow. No one will find it.
Bad luck. You ran into me. Moving to designated location. Your lives are mine to protect.
Waiting for your call.
Don't let us sink your corpse.
Period. The reversal of finality.
We're trying to run.
That's not the right person I wanted.
I see them. I'll be right back. Where do you wish to go?
Don't keep me waiting.
Need speed to succeed.
No one can see me.
Oh my gosh. Where is it? It's that one.
A new challenge.
I plant you into
Oh
the
my
soil
gosh.
to grow anew.
Ah, my golly molly.
Freeze. Hands in the air.
Oh, the
I know
teleport.
what nothing
The teleport.
Come on. Let's pick up the pace.
True teleport is
They
clutch.
only remember right behind you.
Feels fresh every time when someone gives me orders.
Oh my gosh. All right. Didn't see that coming. This is fine. This is fine. Now, what is this? Oh, snap.
keep me waiting.
Countering. I'm gonna lose. Ah, that guy snuck through, though.
Don't let us sink your corpse into shadow. No one will find it.
Oh, this is sick, though. Big fan of what's happening here. Oh, we need people to hit them to. I see.
This is no arena. No stars will remember all the waters.
Sick. That was fun. That was a cool little laser mechanic. Always like, oh, it's always a classic to see like two beams of energy bouncing off each other. We have to do that again though, because one guy leaked. But I get it now. I get what's happening now. A flash of cognition in the gloom. A consciousness nearly eaten away by disordered emotion. Unable to perceive. Unable to be perceived. The outermost layer of the fortress in the skies above the shard begins to break apart, its many fragments falling like a rain of iron spilling across the ground. The enormous skeleton halts in place, its nerve bundle still wrapped around the airship. The Revenant's final consciousness is dissipating. You promised
me the future beyond question, Teresa. But your followers have become hindrances on your path. My fellow souls are in disarray from centuries' worth of scorching flame. This forge was meant to be my cage, my execution chamber, wherein I could slit my own throat. I have not yet paid back the price for betraying my clan. This is the last thing I can do, Teresa.
A violent ignition. The shadows dissipate from within the inferno, and the flames envelop the airship, tearing apart the nerve bundles. They charge towards you too.
And as for you all, you use false words to place yourselves atop a pedestal of virtue. Use lies of deliverance to cover the scars Sakaar has inflict upon themselves only to survive. You dare not even confront her death.
Confront it. I caused it. There was no need for you to come here. Teresa?
Are you here to look for Amia? Or perhaps...
Are you injured? Is that child by your side Amia? Hey, are we getting our memories back?
So that is your answer, Doctor.
You try to step forward, but your body fails to move. You are separated from the scene by an untouchable barrier. You finally realize that this is not reality. This is what the Revenant has compelled you to see. A scene of truth. Wait, there. You see many figures by your side advance. You recognize their weapons and armor. You have seen their shadows before, rather recently, in fact. Weren't they the apparitions aboard the airship? Have they come to protect Teresa? No, that's not right. You see them draw their swords against the wounded king of Sarkas. You see a scene that you could never have imagined. Teresa fallen in a pool of blood, protecting the sleeping Amia in her embrace. Her murderers surround you. You find them, or you and them, conspirators all. What was that? The fleeting scenes melt away, returning to your consciousness, to reality. You look at W, Kaltid, and Anna. You see the expressions on their faces. You realize that you are not the only one watching those visions unfurl. Oh, snap. Amia? Amia stares ahead blankly in a daze, her arms outstretched as though trying to grasp something, but all her fingers find purchase on is nothingness. Remain calm, Dr. Eleazar. I ask that you stand behind me and Monster. As I have told you before, I knew what happened in the past, but I had my reasons to keep it from you. I approved of Teresa's choice back then, and telling you as you are now, the truth would not have been of any use. But Teresa, was it also your choice to allow the Revenant to show visions of the past to us here and now? Doctor, it is true that during our time in Chernobog and even after, I had my doubts about you. The choices you have made since are proof that you truly do walk the same road as us. Calm down, do not waver.
Hypocrite. Coward.
Shut up. How dare you use Teresa to try and sow discord between us? Just disappear already. Enough. Kaltid, tell your monster to hang back a bit. Wasn't really prepared to do this right now. I know that old thing's not gonna going to make up some fake movie. Anyway, W doesn't want to kill us because we don't remember anything, so what's the point? The incomprehensible truth is like a sledgehammer striking at your heart. You feel difficult to even begin to... You feel difficult to even... You feel it is difficult, Brad? Whatever. You feel difficult to even begin to recover from the shock. The calm tone of the two of you before you didn't... The calm tone of the two of you before you didn't help you forget... What are these two sentences? The calm tone of the two before you didn't help you forgive yourself. Okay, I read it now, right? Here we go. There we go. First one was weird, second one was on me. Amiya, you look at the silent girl, her face streaked with tears. You want to say something, but she's the one who speaks first. Okay, so she did know. Okay. I wasn't sure if that was the first time she actually knew.
Doctor, I knew. Or rather, I suspected a long time ago.
Amiya?
I still remember why Dr. Kalsit had to send the doctor to Chernobog to heal after the accident. And the reasons the elite operators gave when they opposed the decision to rescue the doctor.
Oh, snap. Wait, but Ace was with us. Ace and Scout were there. So not all of them could have opposed it.
Even if everybody was quiet about it, I could still guess. There is only one possibility. I have guessed, but I still don't understand. The doctor I knew, the one who saved me, brought me to so many places and told me so many stories. The one who brought me back to Babel. The one who tried everything and anything to cure my oropathy. The one who promised me that I had a future. That incredibly kind person. Why did that doctor? Why did that one kill the equally kind Teresa, the person who loved everyone?
I don't know.
I still have so many questions I want to ask you, Doctor. The you who rescued me, the you who murdered Teresa, the you who stands before me right now. In the end, which one is the true you, Dr. Eleazar? I just didn't know how to ask you. Since you awoke from the sarcophagus despite the loss of your memories, you have always stood with us no matter the danger. How could I believe someone like this could be a murderer?
I promise you, I will find an answer. You reach your hand out to Amiya.
Doctor.
The deck of the airship suddenly begins to shake violently. Amiya immediately grabs your hand. The dark shadows that once gathered within the cabin have begun to bloom in the sky. Below the glow of the crimson horizon, a black blossom, dark enough to swallow all light, furled itself around the airship. The airship is collapsing. We must withdraw immediately. Those shadows are trying to block our escape route.
Stand behind me, Doctor.
Collapse, not in disorder. As I speak these words, thus do nature's laws reconstruct, or restructure, same difference. The shadows enshrouding your thoughts are dispersed. Golden incantations break apart the inky blackness, raining down upon the damaged areas of the airship. The words fall apart as they touch the surface before reforming, suturing together the ship's broken body, healing its wounds. Logos. Hey everyone, allow me to handle the scattered fragments. Pass through the shadow, the skeletal nerves that will ferry us back are ready. The Banshee's bone pins hangs from his hand, lightly touching upon the surface of the shadow. With shadow as parchment, the Banshee scribes his incantations with the restless flicks of his wrist. Golden veins wend their way through the shadows as the fires are slowly extinguished. I can see the nerve bundle. We're ready to withdraw, Logos. Very well.
Hold my hand tight, Doctor.
The nerve snapped. You all fall back down onto the deck of the airship. The hull beneath your feet continue to shake, but the Revenant keeps his silence. The shadows circle underneath everyone's feet as though mocking you. White crystals extrude from the hull, radiating a cleansing light. A gentle light, a graceful light, a light that pacifies all confusion, mayhem, and disorder. The rays wash over the shadow, becoming ever more dazzling. The purest white erases all color around you. Immediately after, a black hole appears in the distance, devouring the radiance whole. Darkness, tranquility. Amidst the pitch black dark, a singularity emits its first ray of light. The light of thought, the light of emotion, the light of rebirth. The ray of weak, reddish light begins to grow and expand, illuminating the hand that wrought it. Illuminating Teresa. She walks forth from the darkness. No, she has been there all along. It is just that for a moment she chose to let her gaze fall upon you, for only a moment. Within her embrace, the Revenant's scattered consciousness coalesces once more. All his sorrows, all his misery, all his rage, they dissipate as she consoles him, and at last the Revenant returns to serenity. She carries her compatriot. Abandoned by death as he is, she brings rebirth. She rewrites fate. Teresa. There is no response, but you manage to glean some curious information from her expression. You dare not say for sure. Everyone holds their breath because of her presence. Everyone awaits the first words out of her mouth. Silence. She says nothing, retreating back into the gloom. She leaves no tracks. It is like she was never here. But everyone understands that she has finally taken action. Did I miss Her Highness say something? Hey, wait. The airship's moving again. It's even at full speed. I thought the old fossil was... It is oranginium. We have gotten too close to Omninom. The airship is an oranginium-rich environment, and its stocks on board fuel it with energy.
Teresa.
The nerve connection snapped. Through the opening in the skeleton, she sees that the great witchcraft-powered construct has already broken free of the nerve bindings, now hurtling at unchaseable speeds towards Omninom, hanging in the sky. W. Hodoer, you're awake.
Emergency landing.
What did you say?
The Varanmut. It left a final bit of energy inside the lifebone. Perform an emergency landing in Londinium. Somewhere safe.
W and the others are still on the airship.
I already promised Dr. Kaltsit and the doctor to do everything we can to save more lives. All we can do is try our best.
But... Many have called you by these titles. The evil spirit of Babel, the doctor of Rhodes Island. But many have believed in you, believed that you always make the right decision, that no matter how despairing the circumstances, you would always be able to find a way out. But you are far from omnipotent. It all happens in a flash of lightning even. Teresa does not reappear, having gathered up the shadows and taking them with her. As you approach the Kunabula of suffering, the crystallization advances even more rapidly. Now that the tides of shadows have retreated, you finally notice the crystals have covered the entirety of the airship. Your companions still stand by your side. They are great fighters all, but in the face of this fated disaster, you're all powerless. They should have sewed monster there too. The airship, unable to stop, rams into Omninam. Oh, snap, okay. And is brought to a standstill. The instant that the airship is about to touch Omninam, the colossal vessel, once hurtling at full speed, is slowed to a crawl. Time itself stagnates. The great Oranginium tree rapidly grew new limbs, finally grasping the airship. The lush branches quickly extend and envelop the ship. You see everyone trapped in that moment. You see the Oranginium growing wildly. You see Amiya anxiously stretching her hand out towards you. Oh, no. Oh, God. Rapid assimilation. This was the moment that time stopped for her. You can even see her shouting your name. But pure Oranginium covers her body at a terrifying speed, and the words never manage to leave her mouth. It spreads. You rush towards her, but you are nowhere near fast enough. It engulfs. You see the Oranginium about to swallow up the final dredges of her body. Amiya, you muster all your strength to extend your hand, trying to grab hold of hers, but you are too late. You are no longer able to take hold of her hand. A torrent of jumbled information rushes into your mind. It is like you are seeing a tranquil world, one completely turned into Oranginium. Amiya, Kaltsit, Logos, W, all of Rose Island, all of Londinium, all of the battlefield, all of Terra. Amiya! No, this is not what you wanted to see. How could you allow all of this to happen? Stop, stop, stop! You know, maybe I'm not sad we killed Teresa. You did it, Dr. Eleazar.
I can still hear their cries in the distance.
That's sick, though.
Wrathful, unable to find peaceful slumber.
Everyone just immediately got assimilated into Oranginium.
I'm sure of it, Doctor.
Awesome. But they didn't mention Monster. I'm curious. Did Monster get assimilated? Is Monster Monster's organic apparently, but we are too, but we're immune. Did Monster get assimilated? I said hidden stage unlocked. I don't remember how to get to the hidden stages. But sure. We'll do 3-star this mission first, though.
Let's try to take out as little of our holiday time as possible.
Moonlight barely laid upon the brazy patea, yet you've witnessed the entirety of autumn.
You saw nothing.
Peace first. Haha! Losing sight?
Moving to designated location.
Spring breeze, timely rain.
Now we sow the grain.
Please, trust in me.
Feel spread. Losing sight.
I'm prepared to fear not the firelight.
This will keep you quiet. Need speed to succeed.
Picked out your bait yet?
No one can see me.
I know what to do. Don't order me around.
Ow. Oh, come on, W. What's even the point of W being on this map?
I wasn't supposed. Clear skies for tuning, rain clouds for Goyu.
You should heal her. I forgot. She should be tough, stronger. She's supposed to be the strongest unit in the game.
I'm prepared to fight. Ready wished I am double.
Feel like a shooting star. That's what they say. Any instructions for me?
Pass on your last words. No.
Any instructions? Feels bad to lose your target, doesn't it?
Moving to designated location.
Picked
I
out
use
your
this
bait
thing to
yet?
kill the guy.
I plunged you into the sea. You can't hide your face.
Ah!
You need me back.
Got a problem that needs solving? Moving to designated.
ゆっくりとあなた方の命を蝕みますね。
This is no
Count created 8 minutes ago. That's a new record right there.
Remembered or awarded.
我が三石何時に死をもたらさ。
Don't. You can't hide your fear.
Oh. She didn't dodge this time.
何時に死をもたらさ。
I wait. Let time rest upon this unlit night.
Also, we're not getting nearly as
何時
our
に死を
things up as much as we're.
Let animosity be gone. That's all.
Don't. You better watch your step. Take a breather and tally up your losses. Nothing worth celebrating here. We might be dead in a second or two.
H stages of that boss, if they have it, yeah, it's a neat little mechanic. Now, how did I? How do you get to the secret stage again? Been a long time. It opens after the end of the chapter? Oh, okay. Very well. Soul Husks, born of the Revenant's will, imbued with the techniques of countless heroes in his memories. The heroes have all but fallen, leaving behind only distinct silhouettes as memories. Wraiths that immolate themselves as fuel, igniting undying flames of wrath and hatred. A lot of mechanics for, I guess just the turrets and stuff are considered their mechanic. Anyway, I think it's I'm really happy that the doctor got a part of their memory back. Probably the most crucial part of their memory, besides being a precursor human. But the fact that that's now just out in the open. We killed Teresa. Everyone knows it. We know it. We're all good. I wasn't sure if we're ever going to remember anything, so that's pretty good. Inside the crystal, the void is boundless and the possibilities limitless. Another map. Wow, we're getting so many maps. 3 different environmental environments. Party's okay with it. Not sure if everyone in Rhode Island will be. Well, I think everyone already knows who was there. And anyone else, why would they care? They're not. They're newer. You know, they're new employees. So. Like, all the elite operators already know, so. I guess Medic was there. I don't know if Medic would care, but I don't think that's gonna be much of a problem. I don't know when Dylan joined up, but I don't know if he'd care. You might not remember exactly what today means to you. It would lead you into great danger if you do so. No, you must remember. Condition stable. Sorry for making you suffer again.
Hold my hand tight, Doctor. Next time, please don't leave me without saying a word. You wouldn't accept something like this happening again either, right? What's wrong, Dr. Eleazar? Why are you looking at me so strangely?
Unknown language. Priestess.
Where did you manage to learn such a strange language this time around? Did you sneakily upload your cognition into some civilization out on the tip of the spiral arm in this round of hibernation?
Awesome.
Alright. I'd like just to reconfirm whether or not your capability for language has been properly restored. Don't tell me that you've even forgotten my name just because you've had a big nap. Come on, say my name again. The database will analyze all of your voice data.
Priestess.
You've recovered rather quickly. But since your body has only just revived, it still hasn't fully acclimated yet. So don't make any sudden movements, and Exo-7 will press you back into bed if you do. Its new orders are rather difficult to rescind, so I'm afraid that my hands are tied.
Where am I?
You're still on Rose Island, of course, our home.
You mean just me? What about the others on Rose Island?
You really do keep asking this every time. It all happened so fast. The damage to the defense array exceeded 90%, and with all the extreme environmental damage we received, the repair units were finding it difficult to restore everything in the short time that we had. Not long after you began your hibernation, many of our colleagues left, one after the other. Everyone wanted to treasure the time they had before the stars fell. I understand how they felt. Now it's just the two of us left, of course. Alma 10 is still here as well. She's in good spirits and still rather lively. But don't forget, or don't worry, what's left of Rose Island can still maintain its basic functions. We still have some time. When you are here with me, Eleazar, I'm not afraid of the end. No matter if our bodies collapse, or if our consciousnesses freeze, or if the laws of the universe invert, I can accept it all with open arms. I need only have you by my side. You seem rather absent-minded today. Still not fully awake from your dream?
She takes your hand, pressing it against her cheek. The touch of skin is warm. Its corporeality snaps you out of your dream.
If that's the case, then I would like to know what you dreamed of. Although I will say that I would prefer if I were in it.
A dream? A very long dream. Terra. That land. Catastrophe. Oropathy. You wandered that land for several years. Felt how real everything was, all too real. The jubilant cries of the masses still echo in your ears. The catastrophes have not yet stifled all hope. Beneath the trauma and the suffering, you can still feel a warmth, enduring, eternal. It is warm, it is touching. You are surrounded by a gentle crowd of people. Rhodes Island. You will never forget Rhodes Island. Rhodes Island healed your scars. Rhodes Island allowed you to have your regrets. You are still standing with it, aren't you? You have been to lands covered in ice and snow with them. Felt the soft sand at the shore with them. Witnessed how they live. Witnessed how they die. What was that? Hold on, what was that? They convince you that in an unjust land that should have been burnt away, ideals are still worth believing in. You accompanied those idealists against the surging heat, no matter if it would sear your flesh. You saw vile empires and the sorrow of those unable to fight their fate. You could never forget her. She has never left you. They have never left you. Doctor. Doctor. Unknown language. Amia.
Doctor, your mind's wandering off again. It seems you have a penchant for speaking in that alien language.
That was no dream.
And what's wrong with that? We have always had the power to define dreams and reality in our own hands, Eleazar. When our consciousnesses traverse the universe across countless light years, and we participate in sacrificial rituals to a white dwarf in the frozen wastelands, how would we define these experiences? And once you return to this body of yours, how would you be able to determine if information that must wait millions of years to be captured as dream or reality? You're not seriously thinking that over, are you?
Priestess.
What is it?
Why do I know your name when we've never met?
Never met, so you finally noticed. I'm happy to hear you say that. It means that you are very close to finding the real me. But I can't help but feel a little disappointed. Because of that minor mishap, your memories have been damaged beyond repair, and there is nothing I can do about it.
Is this place here also Rhodes Island?
Here, it's the unknowable. We made a wish together when we created this place. When the last warmth of the stars dissipates and the weave of time falls apart into chaos, we will let the darkness wrap around the two of us like a blanket.
Sounds like you're describing a tomb.
We will wait until this world and the starry sky above welcome their final moments. Our universe will become an immense tomb of its own. There is no hope in any corner of any star in the heavens. Each and every speck of the cosmic debris that seems to hold possibility of salvation has long since been found and examined by us. Every attempt at resistance only ended in its premature destruction. Every exploration only deepened our despair. The conclusion was rather simple. Any life formed from ordinary matter is unable to escape. Any noble technology is unable to prevail over our inevitable end. My apologies, Eleazar. It's just that it has been rather a long time since I last had the opportunity to tell you everything I wanted to say.
Were we intimate?
Intimate? I wouldn't use that term to describe our relationship. It belittles all that we have experienced together in the past.
I don't remember any of it.
It's fine. I'm not upset. Though your mind may not remember, I'm sure that in the deepest recesses of your consciousness, deeper than any probe or instrument can reach, there are still traces of me. If it were not the case, then why would you allow me to keep holding your hand like this?
Did we do this a lot in the past?
Holding hands, yes. We had many different ways to hold hands. Much of the time, we had no need to use any specific part of the body to do it. The first time we met, I was flying about an oceanic planet. I used its star as my unchanging anchor, following the line where night met day, flying loop after loop after loop. The star died soon after. The ocean below me disassociated in an instant, revealing the bare, dark red skeleton of the planet. Someone tugged at me from behind, pulling me within a nebula even more serene than the planet I had just left. That one explained to me that although they knew I was most likely not at any risk, there was not enough time to confirm which starfield my original form was in, forcing me to use their ship to salvage my consciousness beacon. That was the first time I stepped aboard the Ovid ship. It was not big, but quite agile, and it had already been to countless numbers of stellar systems. I took the ship to a planet far from the hustle and bustle. I showed the master of the ship my seaside laboratory and stepped closer. And just like we are doing now, we shook hands. My name is Priestess, a linguist. I'm researching the final sound waves emitted by planets as they die. I like to quietly spend my time alone, but I also wanted to find someone to explore the universe with. And now, it's your turn.
Is your name actually Priestess, though? Me, introduce myself. I'm Eleazar.
How wonderful. But we got to know each other once again. Oh, right. You seemed somewhat hesitant back then as well. In that age, people were already showing less and less closeness in their association with others. Thankfully, we are rather alike. You unselfishly shared your experiences of our travels with me, and even extended me an invitation. We leapt across time and space, exploring every nook and cranny of the cosmos. At times, you traveled via your ship, but most of the time, we projected our consciousness to and from distant worlds. You would describe to me the rise and fall of many different civilizations, the rhythm hidden within the birth and death of stars. As our thoughts collided with one another, we would work our way through countless iterations. When we stopped to look back, we realized that we had already far surpassed everyone else.
She flips her hand and shows me a piece of purest crystal, oranginium.
A crystal formed from our contentions and collisions, condensing the innumerable truths left behind by the pioneers who watched the cosmos. It is truly a beauty.
She places the oranginium into your hand lightly, then holds your hand in hers. Together you are holding this wondrous creation.
Everyone said that I was the one who created oranginium, and the future both, as though I were akin to a god. But I always knew the true genius was you. You have forgotten, but you shouldn't have. As I walk along the path to creating it, I never ceased to follow in your footsteps. I feared that there would come a time that I would fall behind you in the field of debate. Fear that you would realize that I was not your equal. Or no, perhaps you had noticed, perhaps you had slowed your step once, waiting for me to catch up to you. But now, I will never know the answer.
Does it bother you?
It does, but I have accepted this fact. I would say that actually, it makes me rather happy. You still hide many secrets that captivate me. Besides, from your perspective, I, as I am now, am the same as you in this regard. Am I wrong?
I'm still rather puzzled.
Well, you can continue to find your answers here then. This is our shared creation, our shared past, and it conceals our shared secrets. You and I need only walk together.
Sorry, but I have more pressing concerns. I must first confirm some important matters.
I had wanted to share a few things I had been keeping in your stead with you. The things that you once described to me, your ideas and visions that you have completely forgotten. I wanted to let you know all that we had accomplished. Perhaps this would have helped you remember the past, remember me. But I can see that you are thinking, sense what you are feeling. You are still plagued by endless doubts even now. Mia counts it. I don't want to put you in a dilemma. I respect your decision.
Her hand touches the darkness.
But there is one thing that I am sure of, Eleazar. That when you are truly confused by everything, you will remember the answers you seek were here all along. I will be here. Go, Doctor. Go solve your conundrums. All that you wish for, I am able to grant. And once all the grand rhythms and minute pulsations have fallen into silence, you will return to my side.
Wow, wow, wow. Wow.
あらあら、そんなに私を避けなくても大丈夫ですのよ。
Hmm. Yeah, so I assume she's just I assume priestess is just in Oranginium waiting for us. That's what it seemed like to me. I don't, because yeah, I don't. It's either that or she's in our mind, but I feel like it makes more sense that she's in Oranginium, since that's what Oranginium is like supposed to do. Oranginium is tied to us anyway. So, yeah, she's like, everyone thinks I'm the creator of Oranginium, but she based it after, I guess, our own research. Which checks out. Co-creators. It's not like a surprise. That talked about in the Babel stuff as well, but I'm curious. So the way she was talking, it seemed like the two of us were going to wait out the end of the universe. I'm curious. So we know that Kal'tsit woke us up early. We were supposed to wait until Oranginium had finished its stuff. Is that tied into the same thing as Priestess? But I wonder. I think at that point, maybe we were doing our own thing. Because where is Priestess, right? Well, if Priestess is in Oranginium, then I think she was gone by that point. And then we had alongside Kal'tsit, we're planning to do something, and we went to hibernation, and Kal'tsit was supposed to wake us up. But before that, the plan was to just wait out the end of the universe with Priestess, and then I don't know, either I guess die and or become Oranginium. I'm not sure. Plus, if Priestess is in Oranginium, then that could be how she has how it changed. Like Oranginium changed what it was supposed to do. If she's inside of it, could she just like manipulate it from the inside? The more we learn about the precursor, though, the more, like, man. In the terms of, what is it? The scale, the tech level of civilization scale. These guys, the Kardashev scale. These precursors would have been like at the very top of this. The thing she was talking about. These precursors would have been like type 5 or something. I mean, we know they can manipulate, like they can just, they have complete control over stars. They can completely transform solar systems and stuff. They have dimensional travel. They have the ability to project their consciousness across galaxies. They seemingly could do anything, but they couldn't save the universe. That was the one thing they couldn't do. But otherwise, humanity were very high up there. I guess the original scale is only 1 through 3, but there's extensions. 3 is able to harness the power of a galaxy, which definitely is fair. Type 4 would maybe be able to harness the power of an entire universe. Type 5 would be like gods, able to manipulate the universe completely. Well, maybe not type 5 exactly, but these guys were definitely type 3 on the original scale. Crazy stuff. And her mention of other civilizations, like they just visit other civilizations, like aliens, I guess. That's what I think. They must be talking about aliens. Yeah, traveling universe are fine. Yeah, her whole thing was just she just listened to the death of planets and stuff as a linguist. Yeah, that's what you do when your civilization's so advanced that nothing matters anymore.
Can your eyes keep up? Be good, be cuffed. I'll detail like a shooting star. That's what they say. Feels fresh. Ha! Losing sight?
Did I not summon her? I guess I ran out of DP.
Please, trust in me.
Alright, well. Alright.
Any instruction, tail like a shooting star. That's what they say. I'm prepared as endless burn. You needn't beg. This will keep you quiet.
Spring breeze, timely rain. Now we sow the grain.
Wait for my order.
Try this again.
I wasn't supposed to sow the mountains when summer leaves the white dew. Seed the plains when equinox paints russet hue.
What do we want to do?
Thus, I speak.
Where do you wish for lives? Now ignited.
Oh, golly molly.
I hear
Oh, golly.
the curtain of destiny.
Oh, never mind. They all blew up. I have returned. It feels like it has been a very long time since I left, and I have not come back to the ship for a good night's rest in quite a while either. Dr. Kaltzit, Siege, has the war outside ended? Finally, I can have a rest. I'd like nothing more than a bowl of hot vegetable soup at the cafeteria than plop myself down in my bed in the dorms. Thought we were the doctor, but I think we're Amia, actually. What about Teresa? At this hour, she should be... No, that's not right. Teresa is gone. The room is empty. Nobody is waiting for my return. I clearly remember that on many nights in the past, there would be someone who would tell me a whole library's worth of stories to put me to sleep. But now, they're no longer here. Wait, why is there a piece of clothing on the bed? A white dress with a neat corsage sewn into the collar. The needlework is deft, clearly done by a very experienced hand. White suits you, Amia. Teresa. But she always wears blue. Doctor! Can you hear my voice? Doctor. Doctor. You are here. As I surmised. What just happened? Based on how you look, you seem in poor health. I'm afraid that there is no way for me to do a physical examination. Doctor, please keep your head clear and look at me. Did you manage to remember something? You hear the woman's stern but caring words. and you make an effort to open your eyes wide. Your vision gradually clears as the various parts of your body regain their functionality. You slowly open your mouth. Unknown language. Outset, where am I? Your shattered consciousness reassembles. Your fragmented thoughts realign with one another. You are now able to determine that you are standing on solid ground. You look around, certain of the familiarity of your surroundings. You have spent quite a long time here before. The expression on the woman before you turns rather strange, even hostile. Unknown language, who am I? Or we can just speak a normal language. Interesting. Let's go with unknown, I guess. I am Dr. Eleazar of Rhodes Island. Amia. Kaltsip, why are we on Rhodes Island? You. It seems you still remember who you are. Ami is not here with us. What I can say for certain is that this is not the original Rhodes Island. We were separated from the others? Where are Logos and W? You're the only one I have seen since I arrived here. Are you sure you don't know what is going on? Oh wow, so this is... is this actually Kaltsit? I'm as confused as you are. Do you not believe me? I am certain a certain degree of precaution is necessary in these circumstances. Be on guard, Doctor. You must leave here no matter what. This is not a place that we are familiar with. I do not know what unexpected complications we may encounter. Still, I will do everything I can to protect you. Don't stray too far from me. No, no more. I'm so tuckered out that I could sleep for an entire month. Don't be like that, Cruz. This is a live combat exercise. You need to treat the training room like the battlefield. You can be real fierce sometimes, Captain. Focus up. There's still a lot of training drills arranged by the instructors to go. Why so serious? They're not even here. Oh, Doctor. Good morning, Cruz. Is everyone here? Cruz. Oh, don't worry. The doctor's definitely not going to tattle on us to the instructors. Let me take a nap here before... I thought I gave you combat training exercises, not combat sleeping ones. We're doomed. Oh, was it Ace? I thought it was Doberman. Attention all members of A1 Detachment. Sir, all of you 100 laps around the training room, then 50 sets of stamina training exercises on the double. Yes, sir. Sorry you had to see that, Doctor. It's been too long since Rhode Island experienced battle. These young fighters of ours can be a little slack. So I guess it's up to me to tighten them up. Letting them grow up peacefully isn't so bad. Of course. But they still need to be prepared for any danger we may come across. You'll be fine. No need to trouble yourself over their training. I'll handle it. You've been working real hard lately, Doctor. Go take a rest. Don't worry, we'll be keeping watch. Did you see that too, Kaltsit? Yeah, they didn't talk about Kaltsit being here with us.
I saw the same scene unfurl as you did. They truly do exist here. Dreams would not be so clear, and this is not a scene out of your memory. No, it definitely isn't real. Let us not succumb. Let us not succumb. The first option, succumbing to the illusion. No, this definitely isn't real. Keep a clear head, Doctor. We must press onwards. Fall for it. No, I won't be assimilated. It is interesting, though. If Oranginium feeds off of memories and knowledge that you have to then make a fake universe, or if it is feeding off of people who aren't even dead yet, because Fang and Beagle and Cruz aren't dead, so... But they are infected. I think they're all infected. Was Outcast infected? I don't know. Rare to see you here, Doctor. You got time to sit down and have a drink? Everything's on my tab for one night only. It's lively here. Touch, huh? Did you forget, Doctor? Today's Outcast's retirement party. Oh wait, Touch would have had it. She's an elite operator. She needed the right accent. Here's to our venerable elder. Oh, shut up, Sharp. I'm barely older than you are. Thank you all for what you've done. We're just falling for it at this point. No option anymore. Thank you for all you've done at Rhodes Island Outcast. I wish you a happy retirement. Here's to you, Outcast. We'll always remember your many deeds and exquisite marksmanship. I can't believe that Outcast is leaving us. There's not gonna be another. There's not gonna be anyone left to drink Wish Me on the weekend nights. Hey, I'm just retiring. Don't even need a Lateran funeral would be this. Not even a Lateran funeral would be this sentimental. Plus, even if I drink so much tonight and I don't wake up tomorrow, I'd call my life a life well lived. My memories of working alongside you all are my greatest treasures, and I'll bring them to the grave with me along with my patron firearm. Just make sure that it's Rangers teaching you youngsters how to shoot. You're drunk, Outcast. He uses a gun. How's he supposed to teach kids about that shooting a sunk to crossbow? You need to fall back or cut back, Blaze. You're talking nonsense again. Bah! Both need you to keep an eye open and one eye shut. Not too big of a difference. Oh, looks like we're not the only ones at the bar tonight. I'm serious, Doctor. Show me how powerful the fist of a Knight of the Tower can be. Just remember, you asked for this. Even Baird is here? Fascinating. Did we meet Baird? I don't think we did, right? So this definitely can't be drawing purely from memory. But Baird was infected. Hey, this isn't the boxing gym. We're guests here on Rhodes Island, so don't go about making trouble.
And Allerdale? We did meet Allerdale. We definitely met her. Because she brought us to her mansion. Where were we in chapter 12? I mean, we were briefly in Norport, I'm pretty sure, but I don't think we met Bear. We're talking to the Chilby Asher, and then we were hanging out with the cleaner guys, Percival and the Demazi cluster in disguise, and then we left Norport. I don't know if we ever met her.
I've had my fair share of times like this before. Now that you're formerly a member of the Steam Knights, are you going to break things off with street loafers like us? Oh, stop it. Have you made your decision, Vina? I see no real reason for me to hesitate. My days in Norport might have been some of the happiest of my life. I don't really see any need to return to the palace. Alexandrina Vina Victoria is a descendant of the royal family, but she is also a normal, honorable Victorian. You are now an honorable Steam Knight, Allerdale, and I the honorable Siege. I believe that these lives of ours are for the best. Peaceful lives, such precious things. To life. To Victoria. Whenever you're in the mood, we should go out and have a stroll together. Perhaps throw some stones at the Duke's windows.
This isn't real.
These are the scenes that your subconscious mind wished to see. You hoped that they were all real, didn't you?
So who else will I see here?
Only you can answer that. Let us continue, Doctor. No matter what you see, you must face it, surmount it.
Okay, she's saying it's part of our subconscious, but I don't think we met Bear. Hi, Tallulah.
I'm back, Doctor. It's been a while.
Tallulah?
It hasn't been that long. Don't recognize me anymore? I was out setting up an infected treatment center in the north of Ursus. Took quite a lot of effort. Thankfully, the workers in town were all supporting us. Nothing the local lord could do but compromise. We managed to get the land that we needed out of the deal.
Reunion doesn't exist?
Are you trying to crack a joke, Doctor? Or have you just woken up? If Reunion didn't exist, then who would be helping Rose Island with treating the infected in Ursus?
Our subconscious wanted Tallulah to join us? That's cute. And Cache, what about him?
Why would you suddenly bring up the dead black snake? Did you want me to thank you again? Very well. After all, it was only thanks to the Rose Island that Ursus and I were able to cast off that mastermind and start a new future for countless people.
Of course, so many people want her. I mean, I guess, yeah, fair.
Cold voice. Doctor.
No, don't look back. What's wrong? Oh my gosh. Nice. What could have been? Oh, that jacket's really nice. Good jacket. Never thought I'd have to voice Frost Nova, though. Said cold voice, but cold literally or figuratively? Doctor. Frost Nova, you shouldn't be here. Why? You told me to give you my report immediately after completing the missions, no? Missions for Rhodes Island? Who else would I do them for? I've always been a Rhodes Island operator. You look strange, Doctor. Am I standing too close and making you feel cold? This isn't right. Emotional trauma. Doctor edition. One by one, the lively crew shed their visages, shifting into indistinct jet black shadows. They do not appear dangerous. They just slowly drift around you. Frost Nova makes sense. Frost Nova died in our arms. We made her an operator posthumously. Tallulah, though, is still kind of interesting to me because how much did we really interact with her personally? But I guess we're just such a nice guy. We just want everyone to be happy and be with us. Once? Yeah, maybe once. Unless we talked to her while she was in prison here, I guess. Then we had some time for that. Councit, what are they? This is no illusion or dream. It is all real, in a sense. All the people, all the things you have encountered in the past exist within your imagination. They took their forms based on what you most hoped to see. They sully our memories. How can you stay so calm? These scenes affect me as much as they do you, Doctor. But they are ultimately the product of your thoughts. Oranginium, guided by your wishes deep in your subconscious and your desires to make up for past regrets, has reproduced what you wish to see. Yeah, okay, so it's Oranginium drawing from our own desires, not specifically from people. But is this what Oranginium does for everyone? I always figured it would kind of be a shared universe. Why simulate everything if it's individuals, right? I mean, Calcit's here. Unless this is not a real Calcit, but we imagine Calcit would be the one to also be with us and know what's going on, so she is acting like she knows what's going on, but she is also still just an illusion. Potentially. You continue to hold a deep regard for everything you have experienced alongside Rhodes Island, Yet despite that, you were able to break away from this beautiful lie. Only now can I believe that you, as you are now, are still the doctor of Rose Island. Oranginium, since when could it do this? All that you wish for, I am able to grant. Priestess. Priestess is... Priestess is Oranginium and is just doing this for us. She woke us up, and then we were like, I have things to finish. And she's like, okay, you can go have fun. Creates an illusion of everything. As I thought, you already... I once told you, Doctor, that others cannot tell you how to solve the mysteries surrounding you. You can only rely on yourself. I suspect that we are now extremely close to that critical juncture. If it's all based on my hopes, then you are... At least, I can at least say for sure that you're not an illusion. I don't know if I can say that. I'm going to go with the first one. If it's all based on my hopes, then you are... I thought that our prior interactions would be sufficient for you to render an accurate judgment. If these scenes are all about making up for regrets, will I be able to meet Teresa? I do not know for certain where Teresa is, nor what she is doing. What I am sure of is that she has something to do with this environment. I think Kalsa just told us off for not for questioning her.
Doctor.
Oh snap. Amia.
Doctor Coutsett. Good, you're both here.
Step forward without hesitation. But she is an illusion. So do we hesitate? Not this time.
I was looking all over for you, Doctor.
You look a little different.
Teresa left me this dress.
So she really is here.
I haven't seen her. I've sensed no presence of her aboard this Rose Island, in fact.
Okay, I guess this is the real Amia then. I guess any of the people who were with us would be the real people, if we're all being assimilated. So it is a shared conscious. Did you run into any danger?
I'm fine. So many memories flowed before me. But not only memories. Emotions too. Rich ones in every shape and form. I think that the people that we saw were truly alive. But this form of life just makes me sad. After walking down this corridor and seeing you, I think I understand now. The emotions that I felt all stem from the same source, Doctor.
Me.
Yes. I touched you, Doctor. I've never done that before.
Oh, interesting. The girl holds your hand, just as she always done, but a little tighter and more careful this time.
I know that you've changed a lot compared to the past, Doctor. But considering all that we've experienced together, I'm even more convinced that you who stands before me now has always been the you that I've trusted the most. Memory may tell falsehoods, but emotion always speaks the truth. There are many things that I still don't understand at this moment. I have questions that can't be answered until we see Teresa once more. No matter what happens, no matter how many unhappy endings await us, you'll stand by my side, won't you, Doctor?
I will. I am Dr. Eleazar of Rose Island.
Good. That's all I ask for. Let's go find Teresa then.
First, we must figure out how to leave. The answers we seek are not here. Although this is no illusion, heaven and earth, life and death, it is all falsehood.
Huh. So even if you leave that dreary gallery of fakes, you just find yourself wandering around an even bigger stage. Who the hell set up these curtains for us? Their taste sucks. Oh, looks like the main cast is finally here. Hey, Crone, let's put that all-knowing brain of yours to good use. I've got a real big question I want answered. Where the hell are we?
We're inside Oranginium. Obviously, W, come on, get with the program. Or perhaps on the Nam, which is the same thing, I guess, also. A small boat drifts atop an endless golden sea. We are within Oranginium. Ding 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 ding. Within Oranginium there exists a universe. Also, that was like the base of a tree, which is the shard and Omninom was like turning into a tree in the first Oranginium, which gives me very much like Yggdrasil vibes, World Tree sort of thing. Greater child is born of the Revenant's will. You know, I never expected us to see inside Oranginium though, so this, you know, I'd questioned back in the Babel event, like, is there an actual universe inside of it? Like, what kind of, you know, what level of a simulation was it actually giving us? It is a whole universe based on one's desires, or maybe just because we're there and the priestess is also messing around. But it simulates our emotions and our desires and our memories and our knowledge, so people whom aren't even part of it yet can still be in it. Yeah, so it really was, as the priestess said, we tried to find a solution, searched, you know, the universe for one, couldn't find a solution to survive or to stop the end of the universe, but they could make a substance that couldn't be destroyed. Oranginium. Make a new universe inside of it. I'm curious about the so we can't get Oripathy, but we were assimilated since we're here. I was gonna wonder if maybe us, the Doctor and Priestess, were destined to not be assimilated and like the universe would end. Orangenium would be the new universe, but they would die in the final moments. But we were assimilated, so it is interesting that we can't get oropathy, but can get assimilated. And I'm also curious, is Monster in here? We haven't seen Monster. Calcit's here, but is Monster here? We haven't seen Monster in a little bit. Continue this. Awesome stuff happening though. I did not expect to get assimilated, and all of this is really cool. I'm glad with Babel and now this, the veil has been pulled off. We're just seeing everything now. We're just learning everything. Our best chance is 49% this, so let's try it. Amazing. We searched the camp thoroughly and found traces of a recent human activity along with abandoned supplies. They were also some shrouded infected remains, members of the group we ran into earlier when we recovered the beacon. We guessed that this was the group Operator Chin was after. Our team will pass on and catch up to Chin as we head towards Londinium. Well, I didn't read the first half. We deciphered the beacon's encrypted message and found a clue from Chin. The deceased infected had been hunted down for killing Sarkaz and was saved by Chin, who suggested he seek help from Rhodes Island. She also left a set of coordinates in the message. As we approached, we could see a deserted camp in the distance. Please advise. Yeah, what's up with Chin? Where is she? What is she doing? Siege has led the Exemplars to victory against the Sarkaz Legion at Silver Rock Bluffs, using the Sigh of Kings to lower the area's levels of active Orangenium. Sure enough, we found another clue left by Chin. Again, we received the beacon and attempted to decipher its message. We failed to decipher it. We do not understand the message. The clouds are gone. The sky shows itself again. Following the victory at Silver Rock Bluffs, the Victorian Army has received a great boost to morale, and the counter-offensive begins. Okay, so we can just keep doing Knight Errant until we maybe win. But we're not gonna win, because we need a lot more stuff, so... The team has already sent word of a mutual aid group of infected that has been taking in refugees from the battlefield and is moving towards Londinium. Interesting. Reunion. Sly Shadows. We have met a non-hostile group of Sarkaz mercenaries who recognize us and even invited us to raid the nearby altar guarded by Confessari. Their team emblem is an unusual smiley face, and they carry numerous explosives. Please advise. Yes. There's some random W mercenaries We chose not to charge in blindly, but the supplies we offered helped them blow up the altar without a hitch. Only a small number of Confessor guards escaped. Our team will track them down as we continue our mission. According to the team ahead, the large catastrophe to the west of Londinium has stopped in its tracks, and the route from westbound forest to the city can be reopened. We found traces of the Confessori's bodyguards again. There are only Oranginium clusters and Confessori corpses in this area. We're guessing a fierce battle took place here recently. Please advise. We found traces, but we failed. But we suck. Alright, this, I guess. The Iron Duke has led his forces to withdraw from the Victorian Army camp. Now the identifiers of all troops bearing the Wellington flag have been changed from friendly to unknown. Oh, interesting. %. That might be doable. Nope. Oh my gosh. Connection lost. The squad is ill-prepared. The mission has failed. Evacuate immediately. Rip. Rip. So we can get a little boost to some of our stats. Not a great boost, to be honest. Oh, you can see the old squad's path? That's kind of grim. They were so close. They were so close, and then they got murdered. Report plan. We already did the Phono R thing. That didn't really help us. That didn't really do anything for us. Our logistics is high, so let's try and get our other two up more. Fly Shadows, not a great 60%. But we might as well try it. Radiant Flash. Whoa. We observed a sudden golden radiance in the sky, dispersing the lingering crimson clouds. This unexpected event may impact our mission plans. Please advise. Siege has led the Exemplars to victory at Silver Rock Bluffs and achieved their strategic goal. Presently, the active oranginium in the environment has temporarily stabilized. Seize the chance and advance. Advance at once. Let's do urgent news. Restore comms. That's really good. Knight errant. Nice. Fly Shadows, oof, still really bad for us. Knight errant again, yes. %70 chance. I'll take it. Colleagues from Rose Island, I have confirmed that 9 has not led Reunion out of Londinium, and our key person of interest to Lula has been sighted around the city. It is highly likely that Reunion has infiltrated the city, so I trust my colleagues to be extra careful. Also, I'll go look for them myself. Oh, snap. Okay. That's where she's gonna be? We found the guards from earlier, that we wiped them out. Based on our collected intel, it's likely they fought against another squad earlier. Our team has analyzed the location of the unidentified target. We came across a Self-Salvation Corps camp while catching up to the followers. They were attacked on their way to the city and suffered heavy losses. They sent a distress signal, and a doctor responded but have lost contact. A small group of Sarkaz troops are currently headed their way. Should we aid them? Received news from Shining. Doctor, thank you for your support. We're out of danger for now. Liz needs urgent and specialized treatment, so we will go with the support team and protect her as we head to a safe place together. Oh, snap. This is them after rescuing Liz. Okay, cool. Our scouts report approximately 100 soldiers stationed ahead. Their uniforms and gear indicate they are most likely Sarkaz mercenaries and Victorian conscripts. They share the same camp, but many are wounded and on high alert. Attempting to contact may be risky. Please advise. You'll have enough supplies to find a way around these soldiers and another path forward. Based on our intel, I have analyzed their activity zones and control routes. There should be a path here that allows for safe passage. Stealth, why not? Following the instructions, we crossed the camp unseen during their shift changes. Their supplies were low and their gear was damaged. Unlocked after 23, okay.
Have you been doing well lately, Doctor?
Cool to see that we know, okay, we know a little bit of where Chin's going. I wonder if she'll show up a little later. And we know we're getting also the continuation of Shining and Liz leaving now. Phono R's thing was still like, I guess the special mission was to meet Logos and say hi. Also, what is? Was that? Nah, never mind. Very cool. Very, very cool. A lot of good, I guess, yeah, twists and turns. Today. A lot of good twists and turns. I like that. I like that they put effort and gave Frostnova a new model too. Like Tallulah was still Tallulah. I guess she was technically still part of Reunion, but Reunion was an allied organization now. But they just gave Frostnova a Rhodes Island outfit. Oof. Oof. Frostnova will show up someday. I don't know how to tell you this, but she died 4 years ago. She's been dead for 4 years. Teresa too. All right. Well, you got me there. I don't think the Confessarias are gonna revive Frostnova at this point, though. Man, yeah. I'm curious when we're gonna get Teresa and Amiya characters unlocked. But like, is Teresa just gonna be a character now that's just gonna hang out in the story with us? that's weird. That's gonna be weird if it's true. Unless it's more like Scotty the Corrupted Heart, where it's like a what if. Like, yeah, technically she was revived, but as an operator, like a what if thing. I don't know. We'll have to see. It's gonna be weird either way. Yeah, her role has ended. Which, yeah, that's the thing. Is also, I feel like she's given up on her role, considering what she's doing at this point. She's not important anymore. Why even have her? All right. Well, tomorrow's Friday. We are going to continue this, though. I don't want to stop this. I want to see this. I want to see what happens. Can't wait. But other than that, thank you all for watching. And until we meet again, may the sands of time treat you well.